Well, here in this video we will showcase the 20 biggest land vehicles in sci-fi, not including bipedal robots or sentient beings like the Transformers, but vehicles that are piloted or even massive city-sized structures that are mobile. From each universe or franchise, we will only include one entry, and if you know more, then do put them down in the comment section below. It would be of great help. Also, do hype up the video for the ones seeing this in their phones. Let's begin. At 20 we have Cocoon from Metal Gear. The Cocoon is one of the massive AI weapons featured in the Metal Gear Solid game, designed for something called the Peace Walker Project. It functions as a land battleship, larger than any tank in living memory, and the Cocoon measures 41.1 meters or 135 feet in length. It moves on 4 huge tread assemblies and has an upper section capable of rotating a full 360 degrees, with a protruding head that houses both an artificial intelligence pod and a powerful main cannon. Next at 19 we have the Turbo Tank. The HAVW A6 Juggernaut, better known as the Turbo Tank from Star Wars, is one of the largest and most formidable ground vehicles built by the Kuat Drive Yards. Measuring 49.4 meters in length, it dwarfs the Republic AT-TE Walkers in both size and weight, boasting 10 massive wheels. Able to reach speeds of up to 160 km per hour, the Juggernaut was both a fast-moving fortress and a heavy weapons platform, embodying the Republic's most extreme approach to battlefield dominance. 18. The Mammoth. The M510 Mammoth from Halo is the UNSC's largest known terrestrial armored vehicle, a 6-wheel Siegeworks ultra-heavy platform stretching nearly 70 meters long. Developed in the wake of the Human Covenant War, the Mammoth was designed to act as both an anti-aircraft and an anti-orbital warship weapon, carrying enormous firepower while functioning both as a mobile base of operations. 17. Howl's Castle. In Howl's Moving Castle, the wizard Howl lives within his enchanted fortress, known simply as Howl's Castle. It is powered by the fire demon Calcifer. This ramshackle black brick structure is part walking house, part war machine, covered in cannons, towers, and odd architectural features like ears and pipes. It is able to move across countryside like a living creature. The castle can both fly and also, move on land, and it is estimated to stand between 55 and 75 meters tall. 16. The Go-Go Voyager. The Go-Go Voyager from Power Rangers is formed from the combination of 5 Go-Go machines numbered 14 through 18. Functioning as an amphibious battleship, it carries 4 sets of massive Voyager cannons and is capable of both land and sea operations. At a staggering 83.7 meters in length, the Go-Go Voyager is one of the largest Ranger mechas, blending the mobility of vehicles and the firepower of a gigantic battleship on treads. Now at 15 we have Carnivora. The Carnivora from Borderlands 3 is a gargantuan mobile fortress and a land carrier. It is not to be confused with the Carnivora Town, but this one is a vehicle. It is styled like an oil rig mounted on colossal wheels with a giant scrap metal skull for its prow. Doubling as a roaming performance stage, it spans an estimated 80 to 100 meters in length, moving surprisingly quickly for its bulk, though it is obviously slower than most small vehicles. Despite its intimidating armor and appearance, the Carnivora is lightly armed, relying on rear-mounted turrets and swarms of escort vehicles deployed from internal hangars for defense. 14. The Terraformer from Jak 3. The Terraformer is a massive Darkmaker war machine, second only to their mothership in scale. The Darkmakers are a dark alien race of ancient corrupted precursors. They are considered a deadly race and a sign of undoing of a planet should they approach. This one is piloted by Cyber Errol in the game's final battle. The Terraformer towered over the wasteland with its 6 colossal legs supporting a pyramid-like body. Its silhouette stretches further by a tail-like extension and a long neck housing the cockpit. This one is estimated to be around 130 to 170 meters tall, and it dwarfs nearly everything on the desert. 13. The Bolo Mark 33. In the universe of Bolo, the Mark 33 was a terrifying autonomous war machine, which is classified as a planetary siege unit. It weighs in at a staggering 32,000 tons. It carries 3 independently turreted 200-centimeter hellbores as its main armament, which are massive cannons, and these are supported by 14 20-centimeter cannons arranged in 2 lateral batteries. It is estimated to be between 150 and 200 meters long and possesses an advanced indirect fire system, which has enough firepower or destructive power to level entire cities or breach continental defenses. Now at number 12 we have the Imperial Land Tank from Destiny. In the universe of Destiny, the Imperial Land Tank is the equivalent of a mobile fortress and a command base that is used by a faction called the Cabal in this dystopian setting. It is a colossal war machine deployed across battlefields as both a forward operating base, a headquarters, and a heavily armed stronghold. These are more than just vehicles. The land tanks serve as symbols of the Cabal dominance, bristling with weaponry and acting as a mobile bastion for their military might. These war machines here are estimated to be between 200 and 270 meters long. At number 11, we have the Mauler from Killzone. See, from the universe of Killzone, an interplanetary war setting, the Mauler represents the Helghast Empire's most massive and devastating ground weapon, which is essentially a walking battleship. And the Helghast Empire is kinda like the Nazis in space. Standing at a colossal 280 meters in height, the Mauler towers over the battlefield like a mechanical mountain. It is encased in extremely thick armor plating, which makes it nearly impervious to conventional weapons and can continue to fight even under sustained crippling fire. It possesses heavy artillery, which is capable of obliterating both land and air forces and breaching any type of defenses. Now going over to the top 10, here we begin with the Varnaboris. This one comes from the Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. The divine beast called the Varnaboris is one of 4 colossal ancient machines which were created to combat the Calamity Ganon. These were designed in the likeness of a Bactrian camel. This one roams the desert with 2 massive humps that generate powerful electrical currents and striking down intruders with lightning. Its size is immense, with estimates placing the divine beast, the Varnaboris, at between 260 and 300 meters tall. Now at number 9, we have the Mantle Land Carrier from the universe of Haze. The Mantle Land Carrier serves as the main mobile base of operations for the Mantle Corporation's military forces. Resembling a moving fortress city and also kinda like an aircraft carrier, this armored behemoth crushes anything beneath its enormous treads while blasting away targets with its array of weaponry and troops stationed across its hull. Inside it houses vehicles, soldiers, and even a full flight deck capable of launching and recovering aircraft, supported by multiple anti-air missile batteries for defense. It has an estimated size of around 300 to 400 meters in length. Number 8. The Adastra Class. In the world of Mobile Suit Victory Gundam, the Adastra Class battleship stands out as a massive 426 meter long motorcycle-type battleship or warship that is as mobile on Earth, on land as it is in space. Its lower hull contains multiple mobile suit launch decks which launches these Gundams, while its impervious wheels grants it mobility across any type of terrain or landscape. The wheels can also split apart to enable atmospheric or even space flight, giving it versatile deployment capability across all types of terrain, aerial, space, or even land. While heavily armed, the Adastra class carries fuel supplies than other vessels of comparable size, but it's still very deadly, and its underside armament is limited to a single main gun, which can still blast apart anything. At number 7, we have the biggest land vehicle from James Cameron's Avatar, and this is the bucket wheel excavator, which is also known as the Heavy Earth Mover Oxygen Absent Class Excavator, which measures 506 meters in length, which is the largest human-built vehicle on Pandora, and rivaled in size only by the interstellar ships like the ISV Venture Star. Functioning as a bucket wheel excavator on a titanic scale, it is constructed in orbit in separate modules and parachuted to Pandora for assembly. Powered by a hybrid deuterium-deuterium fusion and solar fusion reactor, it drives its enormous digger wheels to strip mine the planet's rich resources, especially unobtainium. And number 6, we have from the world of Homeworld Deserts of Karak, the game. Here we have the Capisi Carrier, which is a massive command carrier and a command center. At 568 meters long, it is the largest and most resilient vehicle in the Coalition arsenal and serves as both a flagship and a mobile base. Its heavily armored frame gives it the highest hull strength of any Coalition unit in the game, though its sheer size makes it more vulnerable to the enemy's heavy railguns when unable to divert power to defenses. Despite its bulk, the Capisi can still move across open desert at a steady pace. Now we come to the top 5, and here we begin with Zodanga from the world of John Carter from Mars. In the movie John Carter 2012, Zodanga is reimagined as a mobile city nation that stalks the deserts of Barsoom in Mars. The industrial sprawl resembles a grim walking refinery with blackened steel, greasy smoke, and a lifeless machinery powering a metropolis on hundreds of colossal mechanical legs. Within its armored bulk are massive hangar decks housing fleets of airships, giving the Zodangans both mobility and aerial superiority in the planet, and this one is estimated to be around 1500 meters in length. The Zodanga, while different in the books, here in the movie it is reimagined as a warlike engine of conquest. Number 4, we have here the City of London from the world of model engines. The City of London is one of the greatest traction cities here in this world, which are vast tiered metropolises mounted on gargantuan wheels or caterpillar tracks that roam the land under the philosophy of municipal Darwinism. Larger cities like London prey upon smaller towns and settlements, dismantling them for fuel and resources in a brutal cycle of survival. This city towers with layers of industry and habitation, and this city London, while smaller than the real city here on Earth, was still pretty large at 2.5 kilometers in length, which, come to think about it, is pretty huge when you can move it on land. This is a monstrous predator city which consumes everything in its path. Number 3, we have the Strider from Armored Core. Specifically from Armored Core 6, the EB-0309 Strider is a titanic mobile resource base stretching nearly 5 kilometers long. Originally constructed for mining and coral extraction, it was converted into a walking fortress bristling with all types of weaponry. Its body is divided into 3 massive sections, each with its own pair of legs and even a drill, with a grinder wheel mounted at the front. This machine is armed with 19 machine gun turrets, 6 missile launchers, and a devastating long-range high-energy weapon, which is its main weapon. The Strider looms as both a mining leviathan and a massive battlefield superweapon, a fortress on legs. Number 2, here we have Ambulon. So in the grimdark world of Warhammer 40k, Ambulon is a walking hive city on a planet called Scintilla, and carried upon the back of an ancient colossal machine that slowly traverses the continent's unstable rocky plains. The Ambulon and the walking city of Terra are 2 of the biggest land vehicles ever created by mankind in this setting, but here we will just include Ambulon. Believed to be a relic of pre-imperial or even pre-heresy technology, Ambulon's vast size makes it a city into itself, complete with industry, social strata, and a unique culture built around its nomadic existence. It is estimated to be between 5,000 and 10,000 meters across because it is a hive city. So this lumbering, mobile hive city dwarfs most imperial constructs and embodies the ancient mysteries of the Colossal sector, and maybe, just maybe, this one dates from way back from the dark age of technology. But the biggest here in this list is the city of Terminator from the book by Kim Stanley Robinson called 2312 or 2312. The city of Terminator is humanity's bold solution to life on Mercury. This one is built atop gigantic tracks that span the circumference of the planet. The mobile metropolis constantly rolls across Mercury's Terminator line, which is the narrow twilight zone between the burning day side and the frozen night side, ensuring its millions of inhabitants live only on the habitable strip of the world. Estimated to be anyway over 10 kilometers in length, the city of Terminator functions as a massive moving habitat until its tracks were sabotaged with a makeshift meteorite strike, which halted the city and dooming it to the sun's unbearable heat, and thus setting the stage for the storyline. There are also some notable mentions like the land carrier of the game called Area 88 and the nomadic cities of the game called Arknights, which are in themselves massive land vehicles as well. So if you have more, then put them down in the comment section below, and maybe we will make a part 2. So those are the biggest land vehicles in sci-fi, with only one entry from each franchise. Now if you like this video, then press the like button, and then for the ones viewing this in their phones, press that hype button to push the content further so other people can see this video. Also subscribe to be a part of Legion Notebook. Till the next time, take care, boys.